Hey everyone, really exciting and timely topic on the future of AI assisted app development and workflows. Really intriguing topic with Creatio. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, and thank you so much for having us. Thank you for inviting.
Well, thanks for being here, and you do really amazing work in this space. Maybe start off with a little bit about your mission and vision at Creatio and yourself and your role.
Yeah, of course. Look, here at Croatia, we are focused on no-code platform for workflow automation and CRM. So we are very energized with a mission that we can take knowledge workers, not technical people, and turn them into contributors to an enterprise automation, right? Because if you look across all the data, we see that we don't have enough of technical resources, but the expectation for automation in digital is growing every single day. So we're helping mid-sized and large organizations to tap into a much bigger talent pool with 1.7 billion knowledge workers, so let's say business technologists, and make them a very significant contributors to go and automate all sorts of different workflows and build applications at speed and scale. And a few words about myself. My name is Andie. I've been with the company since the inception, really, and I oversee everything related to brand development, demand gen. I work very close with industry analysts, and I'm just very, very passionate and excited about the space of no code and AI.
Yeah, your passion is so obvious. I love your enthusiasm for this space. Maybe talk about your company's growth and trajectory over the years. Low code is relatively no code, a new phenomenon, but you've been at
Yeah.
it really perfecting on this mission for 10 years. How has that evolved over time? And of course, with the infusion of Gen AI, it's really lit a fire under this entire
Yeah.
space.
Our anniversary is coming up this August, and we actually having like a one team event when we are bringing all our people, and we're a very global company by the nature. Actually, we founded the company that way, so we're bringing all our global employees to one place to go and celebrate. So we anticipate a very big party this August. So, but this aside, I think that we are very for like we started the company when no code and low code wasn't kind of a popular term, and we
Mm.
used business process management automation as kind of the way to describe it, like business process management automation, customization, and that evolved into like a broader term of low code and no code. I still believe that there are lots of, I think that with time those terms will get a little bit adjusted, because even like a couple of years ago, we were debating with some industry analysts whether no code is a term or whether this is just a variation of low code. And we have a strong opinion here, and it looks like this kind of this approach prevails now in the market, where no code is an approach that is focused on non-technical persona and is focused on enabling someone who doesn't have coding skills. And we believe that this approach has a tremendous potential, because if you just focus on taking the limited talent pool and you make them more productive, you're probably going to get great productivity and improvement, but you can achieve so much more if you can just multiply this talent pool by uh, 20, 40, 50, whatever the number is, right? Because you will get access to a lot of people. And you know what? I also love the statement that nowadays, specifically with the expansion of generative AI, technology becomes a competence. It's no longer a function within an organization, it becomes a competence. And similar to, for example, communication skills or presentation skills, different people will be learning technology and will be using it very effectively and efficiently in their day-to-day job.
Well done. And speaking of the analysts you referenced earlier, congratulations. You're the only leader in the 2024 Forrester Wave. Pretty
Yeah.
important piece of analysis and research in the area of low code platforms for citizen developers.
hmm
That's well done. There's some huge tech giants, competitors of yours in that space. What was your secret there, do you think, to
Well,
taking that pole position?
I think that we from the very beginning were very committed to the no code in general, but also applying no code to solve big problems. I think that was our vision from the very beginning. So not only we wanted to give much more freedom into the hands of not technical people, or at least kind of combine developers and technical people with someone who is a business technologist. So, but as we do so from the very beginning, we were thinking about how can we go and build something significant, something that will make a very big impact into an organization. Not necessarily let's take a bunch of what used to be Excel files or Access databases, and let's turn them into those small applications. But let's take, for example, we have one of our esteemed customer. It's a government of a country, and we have 7,000 people in our system, and they kind of manage through our system the country funding into infrastructure worth $10 billion a year. So this is like a
Wow.
big problem that we help them to solve. But it's very interesting that the percentage of code used in that project is less than 3%. Like this massive country critical application has been built without actually a lot of code written. So, and coming back to your question, is that so that was always the focus, and with that in mind, we invested a lot into a lot of different things. So, for example, we invested into governance, because if you want to scale this automation, if you want to give a lot of freedom to people, you definitely need to make sure that you are setting up right guardrails and necessary processes to make sure that you are not sacrificing your security or creating some additional risk in your organization. So we invested a lot into governance. We invested a lot into composability, that made our offering also very unique, meaning that we have decomposed everything that we do, for example, in the CRM space and in a vertical space, and we created a lot of micro components that a non-technical person can go and assemble into applications and experiences. And I think that we're very unique because we're not giving you kind of a blank slate and you go kind of and develop stuff from the scratch. We give you hundreds, now probably thousands, of different components that you can assemble into the needed solutions, and this helps a lot because you kind of bring in both from like the best from both worlds. You're given a lot of flexibility and configuration capabilities, but you also give a lot of stuff out of the box that can be used as a part of that configuration experience.
Fantastic approach. And let's talk about AI and automation. You integrate AI into CRM and BPM solutions. Talk a lot
Yeah.
about enhancing business processes and the customer journey and managing that. So, what was the big idea behind those investments?
Well, AI is just such an essential element in everything we do, specifically with the expansion of generative AI. Right now, when machines or computers started to understand human language, we definitely need to capitalize on that. And we see a tremendous synergy between no code and AI in general. And when we think about AI, we think about, I think, multiple ways how we can apply it in the no code development cycle and in the enterprise world. So from one hand, we can use AI for AI assisted development. So for example, instead of just going and creating some applications using those designers, you can provide a narrative so that the system can pre-generate at least like the fundamentals for you, and then you will use visual designers and you will go and extend that vision with the power of no code. So or for example, a lot of organizations in the space of like business process management, a lot of organizations will have a lot of their processes being documented in a form of kind of a regulation or an instruction or in a form of a visual diagram. So instead of just going and replicating that business process, you can go and download it in your Copilot, and then the Copilot will go and create those workflows in an automated fashion in the platform like Creatio. Those are just a couple of examples, but I think we're very excited about the prospect of combining the Gen AI and AI specifically and apply it to the assisted development, because it will help to further decrease the bar for the kind of type of a talent or type of a skill that you bring to the no-code space. Now, there are also a lot of opportunities in regards to what we call AI-infused use cases. So let's take development aside, but we talk about, for example, lead generation, or say opportunity management, or say
Mm.
case management, request management, the business users can benefit a lot from this intelligence, because it can save them so much time, and it can save them so much effort, and make them so much more productive. So in addition to the assisted development, we put together out of the box models, and provide all the kind of range of different tools, so that those no-code creators can go and apply those AI infused capabilities into the applications that they build.
Fantastic. And a lot of it seems pretty customer centric use cases
Mm-hmm.
and service and sales, marketing, support.
Yeah.
Is that how you're being used in many deployments?
Uh, that's an excellent question. I think that yes, we take advantage of ready-to-use capabilities that we have for CRM. And a good point here is that those capabilities are fully decomposed. So, for example, if you
Mm.
take our marketing application, you can use only lead management module, or you can use
Mm.
only digital ads module, or you can use events management, or just a small element within that events management app. And you can, sorry, combine that with any other composable element. So a lot of our use cases and customers that come to us are coming from the CRM kind of flavored approach. So there
Mm.
are lots of customer-centric workflows. But there's another category of our customers that take advantage of some of those pre-built components, but they build something that has nothing to do with CRM, and is focused, for example, on employee experience, or focus on specific operational workflows that they can automate for their industry, or for, say, back office operations.
Wow, fantastic. And mention here we have something about the industries, the customers you work with. You seem to be across so many different industries and verticals, but where are
Mm-hmm.
you seeing the most traction? Are you seeing a particular set of profiles of companies,
Yeah.
or what
Mm-hmm.
say
Mm-hmm.
you?
I think that we are a horizontal company, right? So
Mm.
we don't tie ourselves to one industry. However, there are a number of industries that show a much more much stronger interest to the space of enterprise no-code automation. And I'll give you a few examples. I think that financial services, like, from one hand, you don't expect financial services to be on the forefront of, say, adopting a no-code and AI, because by the nature, those organizations are a little bit more conservative, a little bit more reserved, and want to kind of do and make their own kind of checks and risk assessments in regards to democratizing the technology. But if you think about the landscape within, say, a regional bank, or a credit union, or like insurance company, you'll find that they have a lot of legacy. They will have those outdated core systems. They would have like a really complex environments, but in the same time, their customers expect an Amazon-like service from them.
Mm.
So those organizations are being pushed by their markets to go and find uh, unconventional ways how to solve digital problems, and how to go and compete with, say, banks like Bank of America and some other large institutions that have IT budgets bigger than GDP of some smaller countries in Europe, I would say, right? So,
Mm.
in order to do that, you need to be very agile, and you need to find different ways how to go about automation. And I think that no code and AI presents them with this opportunity. If done right, if you have strong governance, all the needed investments in regards to the security and needed guardrails, you can go and scale this digital automation much quicker than your competition. So we definitely see a lot of opportunities and a lot of traction with financial services, with banks, credit unions, insurance companies. We also see good traction from government, local, state.
Mm.
Same problem, because uh, by the nature of their organizations, they don't have access to all the resources. And if you think this way, like, can government compete with, say, a SaaS company in regards to development talent? Probably not. It will be very difficult to hire needed number of developers with that kind of a pace, and compete with some of those kind of commercial and very aggressive organizations. But in the meantime, if you think about the level of complexity, level of scrutiny they need to go through to put out those digital experiences, it's very, very substantial. So I think that, again, if done right, no code presents governmental organizations, healthcare, manufacturing organizations with an incredible opportunity to skip some steps in regards to the digital automation and get into this kind of modern world and provide those slick processes so much quicker than with some traditional packaged SaaS offerings.
Yeah, fantastic approach. And how do you go to market? Is it
Mm-hmm.
through traditional channels or new kinds of partners,
Yeah.
developers? What's the
Mm-hmm.
model?
Yeah, look, we are very channel driven. We are partner centric. We're partner friendly. We generate 50%, 50% of our business through our empowered channel, and we do that because I think that we built very strong, long-lasting relationships with our partners. We offer them an absolutely winning partner program. The conditions are very, in a good way, aggressive to make sure that the partner can really build a sustainable business model. So we have a very strong revenue sharing model that works really, really well, but also there are lots of love and support to those partners. And I think that in this kind of environment, we see a lot of success. And those partners, they kind of they're ranging from like largest organizations in the world, like for example Deloitte Digital, to like smaller boutique organizations in specific countries. So I think that we've seen success with both profiles. So channel business plays a lot of there. Secondly, we are very disciplined in regards to like understanding with what kind of organizations we want to work, and we have this kind of target account approach where we understand how do we want to engage with accounts that we believe will get a lot of value from Creatio, and we go and develop relationships there. And then thirdly, we also invest a lot into marketing and brand development. I think that it's a blessing and a curse. From one hand, we work with this absolute, almost unlimited target addressable market, almost unlimited, and this presents us with incredible sets of opportunities that we are excited every single day to be at. But in the same time, you have to grow awareness, and you have to grow a brand, and you have to kind of create this buzz and excitement. And you need to double down on this because the number of companies that can benefit from your solution is so big. And that's the reason why we wake up with this idea and we go to bed with the same idea. How can we make Croatia louder so that more companies know about us, so that we can deliver more value? Because we truly believe that with a technology like Croatia, we can deliver precedented time to value. We can go and replace a lot of legacy systems on a big scale,
Mm,
and we can show organizations a different way to go about their automation and digital needs.
fantastic. And describe the team behind the innovation and R&D. I know
Hmm.
you're in Boston here. You can't quite
Hmm.
see today. It's very hot and hazy, but
Yeah.
where are folks based, and what's your secret sauce that as far as the
We are a very
development
global
side goes?
company. Yeah, we're a very
Mm,
global company. So we have an incredible development team, absolutely talented. They worked with us since the inception of the company. I think we have very strong combination of leaders in development, very visionary and very process oriented, right? So
mm,
we don't have the largest R&D team in the world. If you look at companies we compete with, they have like thousands of people, but yet we
mm,
can, to your earlier point, we can be the only one leader in the most recent Forrester wave because of the discipline and talent. So globally, we have 700 people and growing, and we have representatives in 25 countries. So we have people in Portugal, in Latin America. Of course, we have a lot of people in the US. We have people in
mm.
Australia, in Poland, in Indonesia, like a lot of different countries. And I think that we love being global. This what makes us quite unique, and we try to be very empathetic to global cultures and global needs, and this helps us to grow our presence in multiple countries, but also it helps us to build strong relationships with local partners, and we give them a lot of kind of. I think that we try to be very understandable to the local needs and work with them to make sure that we deliver success to local customers.
Fantastic approach. So let's talk about the future and where you're headed, some of your key initiatives. clearly the future has arrived with Gen AI now, and you're
Yeah,
doing a lot
yeah.
with it. And I assume it's only more of that, more of large language models. What else is of interest?
Yeah, I think that if we talk about the future and areas of investment, there are kind of uh, there are three major kind of areas where we are focused on. I'll start with research and development. In research and development, obviously we are doubling down our efforts on AI and generative AI. We see a tremendous opportunity there, and we see a tremendous opportunity in the synergy between Gen AI and no code. So definitely a big portion of that goes into that. Secondly, we continue investing into what makes Creatio strong and unique in this no-code space. I'm talking about governance, application lifecycle management, all kind of enterprise-level capabilities
Mm.
for the no-code platform. And thirdly, we continue expanding our ready-to-use vertical components for all sorts of different industries. Like, for example, if you're a bank, here's your integration with, say, your core banking system. Here's your module to manage customer 360. Here's your module, for example, for uh, lending operations or stuff of that nature. And we want to provide a lot of those smaller and larger components to help organizations to assemble needed experiences and needed applications. So that's our research and development. In the same time, we will continue to reinforce our partner channel in the US globally. We see a tremendous potential there, and we will continue growing our global team to be closer to our customers and make sure that we have this very close touch with each and every customer we have in our ever-growing community.
Fantastic. Well, you make it sound so straightforward and simple, but of course, there's a lot of hard work behind that. What about you personally? You're here in Boston. It's about 95 degrees outside, if you can
Yeah.
believe that, which in Boston, you're going to need to take that jacket off if you go outside today, I'm afraid. But but what are you looking forward to the next few weeks, months? Any travel or events coming up?
Yes, I actually, yeah, I'm a big fan of Boston. I came here in 2015, so I came from Europe, and I fell in love with the city. I know that specific because of the city got a very big day yesterday, so lots of celebration. And as I was traveling and getting to know the country, I realized that because of the sports team, not everyone kind of loves Boston the same I do, but I think it's fine. Deep in the heart, everyone kind of loves the city. So I really enjoy being here with my family and yeah, can continue to stay in here and expanding my roots in the city. In regards to a couple of next month, I think that we have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of interesting and exciting news that we will be announcing and publishing in a lot of aspects of our company. We are, as I mentioned in the very beginning, doing this big global one team day on the 1st of August. So we are gearing up. So we are all traveling and ready to kind of celebrate this time together. Then we also have our big initiative. We call it No Code Days. So we go into
Mm.
16 different cities around the globe,
Wow.
and we go and evangelize no code. Like we just finished one in Poland, in Warsaw, and we got 300 people joined us. We got
No kidding. Wow.
Deloitte, ENY, some other folks joining us on the stage. So we got a blast. So in August, we have two very exotic places we're going to. It's Sydney, Australia, and Jakarta, Indonesia. So
Mm,
those are two
fantastic.
long travels. So we expect a lot of travel coming up. But then it also brings a lot of joy to us because we come to all of those cities and countries. We evangelize no code. We see a lot of traction. Like yesterday, I was presenting to a big group of French MBA students, and we got like probably 100 questions in a session that was only 60 minutes. So we definitely enjoy talking about the impact that no code and AI brings to the table.
Fantastic. Well, your enthusiasm is infectious, and congratulations on all the success, onwards and upwards, and have great trips. Those sound so fun and interesting. What a great time to
Yeah,
be traveling. Thanks, Andie. Thanks so much for sharing a little bit of the vision, and we'll keep in touch. And go
yeah,
Celtics.
yeah. Thank you so much. Go Celtics. Ivan, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Andie. Take care.